The city of Sioux City is preparing to reverse its policies on diversity, equity, and inclusion.
This is due to a recent directive from the U.S. Department of Transportation saying programs or policies that rely on DEI classifications are prohibited under federal law. In a letter released on April 24th, the U.S. Secretary of Transportation says whether or not described in neutral terms, any policy, program, or activity that's premised on a prohibited classification, including discriminatory policies or practices designed to achieve so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion, or DEI goals, presumptively violates federal law. That letter sent to all recipients of DOT funding and emphasized that adherence to federal law is required to receive financial assistance. On the council agenda, items related to the discontinuing of DEI programs include reclassification of the Diversity and Inclusion Coordinator, dissolution of the Inclusive Sioux City Advisory Committee, rescinding the resolution adopting an inclusive language notice, and rescinding the resolution approving and adopting an affirmative action program. The council meeting set to deal with that on Monday, May the 5th.